Penn State On Demand is a service of Penn State Public Broadcasting, and now you can support WPSU when you shop online. Visit WPSU.org/shop to make purchases from national online retailers, and WPSU will receive a portion of the sale with no extra cost to you. So start your online shopping at WPSU.org/shop.
On this episode of We Are the Millennials, journey through the years of college here at Penn State as we travel from freshmen to seniors and everything in between. All coming up on We Are the Millennials. Every generation has events that shape who they are. The greatest generation defeated fascism in World War II. The silent generation was defined by ambiguity and the forgotten war. Baby boomers had Woodstock, and Generation Xers had the introduction of personal technology. But it is the millennials who could be the next great generation. Join 13 Penn State students as they discover what it means to be this generation. We are the Millennials.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of We Are the Millennials. I'm Yolista Berneisen.
And I'm Maggie Soff.
We are here at the Penn State Smeal College of Business,
where we spoke to 4 different Penn State students, a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, to talk about their experiences here.
You know, Maggie, I remember back when I was a freshman being very nervous and scared, and just this entire huge campus just was too much for me to take in.
I know, Alyssa. I had no idea what I wanted to do with myself when I was a freshman. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my future. I didn't know where to make friends. I had no idea what was going on.
Let's go check out how 2 freshmen here are adjusting to life at Penn State.
Freshmen. They come from all walks of life with many differing views. But something they all have in common is they're all new to the college lifestyle. Here on Penn State's campus in the freshman quad, we'll be exploring the inner workings of varying freshmen. Let's start out by asking some of them their plans after graduation.
My name is Jason Holzman. I'm a telecommunications major from Baltimore.
My name is Bobby Reynolds, undecided right now.
I'm Kristen Hallner. I'm a freshman and I'm a nursing major.
In all honesty, I really don't know what I'm going to be doing. Right now, I'm thinking I want to be a business major, something in business, maybe management or marketing.
Working for a big communications company like Verizon, AT&T, something like that. Get an internship or 2, make big things happen.
I hopefully want to go to graduate school, but if not, hopefully just working in the hospital and building enough time up to make it to graduate school.
Clearly, incoming freshmen have varying views for their future. But now we're going to go meet 2 freshmen who are approaching the college life with 2 very different game plans. Jillian Kleben is making college her own by joining a sorority to establish a social life, while Topher Allen is snagging an internship to focus on his academics.
My name is Jillian Cleveland. I'm a freshman, an HRM major. I'm in Delta Gamma. I thought it'd be a really good way to meet people, so it was. I'm having so much fun now with all my friends. So this is a picture of me and my entire sorority. The girls in the white shirts in the front, that's my pledge class, which is fall 2010. And then the girls in the green shirts in the back are all the older girls that were there that day. We're all doing our hand symbol, which is this because it makes the gamma.
I'm an intern at State College's #1 radio station, B94.5. I work for the Morning Zoo, which is a radio show from 6 to 10 in the morning. As an intern, I co-host where I talk on the air with PJ, our host. I work behind the scenes, how I get the show's rundown together. I talk about segments, I look up segments, we book guests.
Finding your group within Penn State is probably the most important thing, because if you're alone all the time and if you're not really hanging out with a lot of people, it's harder to be motivated, I guess, to do things, because now I can I'll go to class, I'll go do everything because I want to be able to go out on the weekends, or I want to be able to hang out with my friends.
I did really well in school my first semester, and I had all my friends, and so starting my second semester, just getting an internship was added to my college experience, and I balanced it very well. I would go to the internship in the morning, and then I would have my classes, and then later in the afternoon I would have time for my friends.
If you find your group and you're more comfortable, you're gonna want to do your work, and you're gonna be more motivated to do everything.
And these students feel it's been very important to find a family within the Penn State community to help make their transition to the future easier.
Penn State scares a lot of people, but joining Greek life made everything so much smaller.
Getting an internship definitely has given me, I would say, second or third family. And now that I know I have another family that can back me up and be there for me, I can definitely look to them for support.
Coming up next on We Are the Millennials, check out a sophomore who, like Topher, is pursuing his passions.
You just took a look right there at our dude Topher, the freshman sensation at B-Turn here at B94.5. Now take a look at Penn State sophomore Kevin Gallagher. Kevin, Matt, and Brandon are all here today. Thanks, guys and girls, for coming in. We appreciate it. The first time you get up on stage, I don't know how many times you guys have been up on stage. What is that like? How do you wake up one day and say, I'm just going to do it? Do you have a good story to tell about this?
Well, I can't exactly give you my material from the first time that I went up on stage. Good. Anyway, I can't stand yoke drivers. In my eyes, they're the worst people on the planet. And I'm not talking about anybody here. The whole reason people get involved with this is because, oh, I hear from my friends that I'm a funny guy. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. Because I thought that's the way it worked. And I got up there with some material I thought was really funny, and it got nothing. The first time I ever did it in front of some people, it got nothing. Whenever something like that happens, you just gotta take the negative from it and then try to turn it into a positive. You can't just quit on it. You try to fix yourself in accordance with what went wrong and fix what you did wrong, and that's it. And pretty much it just makes you stronger. It makes you more anxious to actually come back and do it well again, as opposed to doing it right the first time and not having any motivation. No son of mine is not gonna not be set on fire. You have to see how long your endurance lasts. Can I just run or something? No, not good enough. All right, start the clock. And from then on, you gotta realize that it's about the way you deliver it more than anything, and it's about the attitude that you bring to the stage. We're all picked. This was a season that saw this. Comm radio is what I do for the College of Communications. It's a big part of the broadcast journalism major. I do work with audio mainly, talk shows, beat writing at sporting events, play-by-play at sporting events, and I've done some production work for shows involving basketball and football, as well as volleyball and whatnot. But the beautiful thing about it is that when you work with comm radio, it's helping you get experience, and that's mainly what it is with my major. Like, I've talked to many people out there, and they'll tell you, listen, if you got a 4.0 GPA, that's fantastic, but if you don't know how to use the equipment, they don't want you. That's the only reason I do a lot of the stuff I do. I also love what I do, but at the same time I realize it's going to be stiff competition, and I want people to get an idea that I'm serious about what I want to do. And I think this is the time where you have to start getting serious, because if you don't, you know, nobody's going to think that you're for real. Transitioning to this year, I've been doing the same thing, and so far it's going really well. And that was probably the biggest transition, was to not get ahead of yourself. And I think I've been able to do a good job of staying down to earth.
What class you had in sir?
I'm into Marketing 221. Basically, we look at all different kinds of marketing strategies. We take a look at a lot of brand names, a lot of selling techniques, and from then on, we simply just try to develop a sense of what exactly marketing is all about. And I don't think if it was for the gen eds, I wouldn't be double minored in business and theater. It helped me get a jump in that, so I like it a lot. In addition to that, it also helped sort of like broaden my sense of what I want to do here when it came to like acting and doing stand-up and stuff, because I saw these guys do performances during the class in theater, and that was just a big turn on to me. I really enjoyed that. So it kind of it sort of gave me an itch just to perform myself, and that kind of led to the stand-up. So I really like Theater 100 more than anything. My brother, he's just like, well, you guys are young. What? Well, I didn't raise, you're not weak, are you? And then he like challenges you. I'm like, no, we're not weak. Oh, then help me move this drama.
Chris, Kevin sure has really reached out to people here at Penn State, getting a ton of opportunities and experience.
Yeah, he really has had so many opportunities for him to do, especially as a sophomore, between comm radio and also the comedy routine. Penn State has so much to offer him, Elista.
Exactly, which is just what the juniors did in our next segment. We'll be right back.
Junior year, it's seen as a transitional period. You have students moving from on-campus to off-campus. They're getting their own apartments, cooking and cleaning for themselves, they're paying rent for the first time, and a lot of them, they just declared their majors, they're taking their core classes, and they're searching for that key internship which is going to get them that experience that they need in their desired field. Then you have juniors who are really taking on leadership positions in their on-campus activities. For instance, my friend Chelsea, she's super involved in so many different activities, and that's really going to help her in her career.
I am the National Pan-Hellenic Council President. I'm also an on-site coordinator for leadership. I'm a resident assistant. I'm the treasurer for my sorority, and I am also a Ronald E. McNair Scholar. I feel like the leadership positions gradually came on as I as I became older in college, and once I really found my niche and found what I really wanted to do and what I wanted to be involved with, I was able to dedicate more time to the things that I was really passionate about. I've molded myself into the person that I've wanted to be when I was a freshman, and I feel like I've grown a lot and I've matured and really understood what it means to be a college student and how to take advantage of everything that college offers.
Involvement in on-campus activities is a great maturation process for those who are involved. It really helps prepare them for their career. Then there are a lot of juniors who want to broaden their horizons, and they do so by studying abroad. It's a great way for them to test themselves, to see how independent they are and how ready they are for the real world. I know I experienced that when I studied abroad last spring in Budapest. A lot of the students who do go abroad are juniors, but they have a variety of reasons for doing so.
Kind of liked the curiosity and the whole mindset of not really being able to know like what you're doing. Like, you're just going to be thrown into a completely different situation, and I wanted to see personally how I could handle that in my life.
I feel like if I was a sophomore, I wouldn't be as motivated to finish school quicker. I would just kind of want to avoid it just so I could keep traveling, and this way I know I have one set year left, and then I can start doing what I want to do.
I think I've definitely become more comfortable and sure with myself. My decision making, I've realized, what I'm good at now. Coming into school, I had no idea what I wanted my major to be or what I was good at or what I should be doing. So I definitely figured out some of the skills and the things that I like to do now.
When people come back from studying abroad, you can see the changes that have happened to them. I've already noticed this with my friend Artie. She just came back from France, and I can see the effect that it's had on her. And I think that the experience she's had is really going to help her down the road.
I definitely take more time to relax and enjoy life, and I think that really has helped in order for me to help focus and not freak out as much. I used to worry a lot, but I'm learning to calm down now. I think if you've studied abroad and you've got that experience done with, it gives you a sort of confidence to be, it's like, hey, if I can live in another country, I can pretty much do anything.
And working with these juniors, I got to reflect on my own experience because it was really stressful. You're working on all your core classes, but at the end of the day, you did so much in terms of improving yourself towards your own career.
Definitely. I think once I became a junior, I did my internships, I figured out exactly where I was going, which leads us to the seniors, where I think these students are really ready to take on for the future.
All right, well, my name is Mark Donovan. I'm a senior here at Penn State University Park, and I'm from Durham, Connecticut. And originally, I had wanted a small school in a really big city, and obviously Penn State is the complete opposite of that, totally. But one of my friend's older brothers went here, and when I was driving to Pittsburgh to go visit Pitt, they said, stop here and just see if you like it. And I really liked all the enthusiasm that Penn State has. The sports are obviously really good. And just the size of the school I thought was a really good asset. So here I am.
Hi, my name's Kristen. I'm a graduating senior this year, majoring in advertising. When I was a freshman, it was kind of a new experience for me. I knew that I didn't want just a bigger version of high school. I knew I didn't want to go to college and see the same people all the time, which is why I chose to go so far away.
I started volunteering here, and then I ended up staying back here again in the summer. They had a thing called like the Obama Fellows program. And so with that, we organized a lot of different house parties, and we're trying to lay out the groundwork for the campaign when it's going to gear up for the general election.
How I chose my major, it was kind of me just rebelling against my parents, really. My mom really was just dead set on marketing and majoring in business. She wanted me to go to Smeel Business School. And I was kind of just, I wanted to make my own mark, and I think that's important for students to do.
This year I'm really involved with UPAC, which is the University Park Allocation Committee. And we distribute, it's about a $4.2 million fund that's comprised of the student activity fee monies that come in from all students on campus. And our job is to distribute it to different student groups and departments and people who request funding from us all over campus. And we'll go through about 200 different groups each year who request funding from us, but there's over 500 requests a year. so it's pretty time consuming.
I really just want to make the next big Super Bowl commercial that everyone will be talking about for years and years to come. I think that's my goal in life, and I really hope to accomplish it, and everything I've learned at Penn State, I think I will.
The idea that you could help lots of different student groups without being involved in them specifically really appealed to me. I like being able to know what's going on campus, and helping other people succeed in putting on their programs and their goals sounded something that was really fun. I think Beta has a lot of really good values that are involved here. Friendship, certainly. We do emphasize scholarship here also, community service and involvement, and it's a social fraternity, so we have a lot of fun with each other.
It's something that I really love about Penn State, that they have so many majors available, and it's great that I was able to, kind of make my own mark and do what I wanted to do and just learn who I am as a person and what I really wanted to accomplish in life.
I think the biggest impact that students have in general is that Penn State is very student-centered. So it's not something that's indicative of just myself or what I've done, but a lot of student leaders here on campus.
Penn State is what you make of it. You can either have an awful time here if you choose not to get involved, but if you really embrace Penn State for what it is and everything it has to offer, these will be the best 4 years of your life.
Hi, and welcome back to We Are the Millennials. I'm joined right now with 4 different students from each class, a freshman, sophomore, junior, and a senior, to discuss some of the experiences they've had here at Penn State. First, I'm going to go to our freshman, Jillian. What was it like when you first came here to Penn State?
Coming to Penn State was actually it was a very strange experience. I grew up here, so I'm used to knowing everybody in this town. So coming here and living next to people that I've never met before was the strangest thing ever. And the dorms, it was just weird.
Just seeing all the different people.
Yeah, it was weird getting to know everybody and finding my group of friends and stuff. It was because there were so many people here, but it was really fun.
Definitely. I'm sure Kristen can attest to the same thing. She's our senior. What was it like when you first came to Penn State?
Well, growing up in Connecticut and going to school 6 hours away, I kind of knew that that's exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want college to be basically a bigger version of high school for me. So coming to Penn State so far away, it was great. I didn't know anyone. I was terrified, but I embraced it and I kind of accepted it and just rolled from there.
What type of advice would you give now to our junior who's going to be becoming a senior?
Do not hold off applying for jobs and embrace every moment like it is your last day, because here I am in April and it goes by so fast. And you don't even think that it does, even to the sophomores and freshmen. You don't think it goes by fast, and I was in your shoes 3 years ago, but it feels like yesterday.
Now, what are you doing now to prepare to enter your senior year?
I guess I would just say that I have a lot of involvement, and I'm also preparing for the GREs and everything now because I'll be taking them in the fall as a senior. I've been talking to a lot of people from different graduate schools so that I can build a connection before I apply to them. So that's pretty much how I'm involved with that.
Now you're so involved. Now what are you doing now, Kevin? You're the sophomore. What exactly have you been able to gain from your experience here at Penn State?
What I've been able to gain so far is the fact that you have to know how to network, really, and that's kind of what I have to do inside of my major. You have to know as many people as you possibly can, as well as just make friends along the way, because that's sort of just how you're able to get ahead, because it's not so much about what your GPA is, it's also about who you know. And I've also been trying to gain connections either via people I find in dorms, people I find around campus, just being able to make connections, really.
So, now December, you're going to be graduating. Do you feel like you're ready mentally to enter that type of real-world situation since you're so prepared for everything?
I do think I'm pretty prepared to enter the real world. I've had a lot of internships and work experience prior to, so I'll be working next spring and then entering graduate school in the fall. So, yeah, I do feel like I'm prepared. Just from talking to a lot of people and getting as much information as I can, it's really helped a lot.
Great thing. Now what about you, Kristen? What's one thing that you're going to take away from Penn State?
Basically, the student and the school spirit. I think that's something that everyone here really just takes for granted. And I got to tell you, when I was a freshman and being in the stadium for the first time and hearing 55,000 people yell "We Are" and the other 55,000 yell Penn State, I'll admit it, I cried. I bawled like a baby. I was so overwhelmed and so proud to be part of something that everyone just loves and adores. It's really great, so don't take it for granted.
As another academic year here at Penn State closes for these students, they look forward to their next big step towards their future.
I'm preparing for the future by going to my classes, making sure I got all my prereqs.
Looking into internships, I'm most likely going to have an internship this summer.
And I would like to someday own a bunch of hotels.
Hopefully like to see myself at some kind of television station, whether it's like in New York, California, or even back in Pittsburgh where I live.
I'm definitely ready to advance myself.
I'm ready to start my life as an adult.
Yeah, and I'm ready for my life to move forward.
For more information, check out our Facebook page. Search We Are the Millennials. And follow us on Twitter at PSU Millennials. Thanks for watching. For all of us here at the Big Ten Network, Alyssa Berneisen and me, Maggie Soff, we leave you now with what our class is planning to do with the future and how we hope to tackle the things ahead.
Hi, I'm Ben Yoakum. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to enter the real world.
Hi, I'm Chris Killian, graduating senior, and I'm ready to get a job.
I'm Alyssa Berneisen, graduating senior, and I'm ready to entertain the world.
My name is Emily Murray. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to use everything that I've learned here at Penn State to change my life and others.
I'm Brock McCracken. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to take on the world.
I'm Jim Dittman. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to get a job.
I'm Julia Weber. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready for the next chapter of my life to begin.
I'm Maggie Soff. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to move south and start my career as a producer.
I'm Ryan Staloff. I'm a senior at Penn State, majoring in journalism and economics, and I'm ready to prove myself.
My name is Tom Hannafin. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to write my own success story.
I'm Vita McHale. I'm a graduating senior, and I'm ready to find my place in the world.